Do you question if Wilbon should be this upset about a fictional bracket?
All right, during a global pandemic, you see Mina laughing because it's a global pandemic, and Michael Wilbon, showing no perspective whatsoever, is railing against lists on the internet that he finds objectionable, sports ranking lists that are no good. We'll get to that in a second, but you have to understand that our show over the years has a decade on its resume of making fun of Michael Wilbon more than any show in the history of this network, including PTI. So let's just play a montage of Wilbon just being a grumpy old man.
And you see this? Most of you see a little mud. It's a kind of a rainy day. But you know what? They call it a snow day in Montgomery County. Kids are not in school. They haven't been in school all day.
All right, all you people coming to Chicago for NBA All-Star Weekend from California and the Mid-Atlantic and South Florida, it's cold here. This is what we do. We don't need any wimps whining about how cold it is.
Where's the snow? Oh, there's some.
You see it snowing now? It's going to be 2 degrees. That's yummy. We're not going to cancel school for the whole week like Washington, D.C. would do.
What a waste. What an embarrassment Montgomery County, Maryland ought to feel for calling this a snow day.
It's going to be cold here. It's February in Chicago. This is what we do.
You people are a joke.
And then, of course, there's this. We've been playing this for 10 years. By the way, driving around that neighborhood looking for snow is the most journalism Wilbon's done in about 20 years. He found some snow. That was investigative reporting. And so here he is getting mad. Is it about Lou Alcindor or someone else? Some list that somebody came out with, greatest college basketball players of all time. And if there's a list of Michael Jordan on it, I don't know which list this was, but which one was he mad about?
People have been asking, why haven't you weighed in on this greatest college basketball player of all time issue? You know, they've had the big bracket, they've had all these back and forths and who advances, and it's all insane. This isn't up to your hot take, your millennial hot takes. This isn't a matter of what your opinion is. The greatest basketball player of all time, and you can look it up from Magic Johnson's Instagram post yesterday, the greatest college basketball player of all time is Lou Alcindor. There's no debate here. Okay, he went 88-2. He lost 2 games in college, won 3 NCAA championships. Got anybody else who's done that? No. He was the most dominant player in college ever. And there's a lot of great players in college. I mean, but to have like Danny Manning losing to, I don't know, somebody who, to Shaq or to somebody who didn't win, it's insane. Danny Manning won a championship. Winning a championship in college is how you get to be the greatest. You know, on the list, Larry Bird, who was in their finals with Michael Jordan. Larry Bird didn't win. Michael Jordan won 1. Lou Alcindor, people, won 3. I know you got YouTube, huh? I live in a house with a 12-year-old. He has to go to YouTube all the time, and even he knows by now. Lou Alcindor is the answer to any bracket, to any question about the greatest college basketball player of all time. Not an April Fool's joke.
This has been a crusade of his. The other day, he was on Twitter saying Danny Manning not being on this list and Zion Williamson being on it was offensive to him, and he went #sad. And the person who chimed in was Bob Ryan saying, "Amen, brother Wilbon. Amen. You are so right about Danny Manning." And now he's going to Lou Alcindor. He is ancient. But during this time where we're all eating too much, Michael Wilbon's getting in shape. He looks thinner on that screen.
Well, Dan, he is right, like about Lou Alcindor, Kareem. Yes, they like outlawed dunking because he was that good. So Wilbon, totally right on this particular argument. But did you hear like the rustle over what seemed to be like a 57 jet Whirlpool hot tub there? Like I could not hear his opinion over the sound of just the extreme wealth that he was parading in front of my face as I do laps in my living room over and over again.
Oh, I love that. Like the brilliance, the art direction of Wilbon telling people to get off his lawn while filming next to his actual lawn. Just kids. Place. I love the way, by the way, he referred to going to YouTube as though YouTube is a place like Radio Shack that you can just go to. Maybe
He also, right after exhorting us to go to YouTube, he made a sound I had only heard Kanye West make. Do we have that sound?
Lou Alcindor, people, won 3. I know you got YouTube, huh? I live in a house with a 12-year-old. He has to go to YouTube all the time, and even he knows by now. Lou Alcindor.
brief footnote to that. He's talking about the 12-year-old he lives with. Is there any doubt that young Matthew is the guy holding the camera there? Like, Matthew, I hope you're getting some sort of school credit for this project, because I assume you've just been taking this to the face for weeks
Pablo,
now.
you said it's a whirlpool. Michael Wilbon clearly has a waterfall in his home. He's got a full-fledged waterfall that is right behind Matthew, who is filming that for him because Wilbon doesn't know how to use his phone.
A waterfall of takes.
There
This is
she is.
the only
with her-
plant.
There she is with her pathetic plant back there. Listen, Pablo, you look like the height of affluence back there with that rainforest you have in your New York apartment.
Bird of paradise?